This video is brought to you by TrueFire. Over 2 million guitarists use TrueFire lessons to increase their guitar skills in a wide variety of musical styles. Learn, practice, and play with TrueFire. 2, 3, 4. Hey guys, my name is Mark from jazzguitarlessons.net. Welcome to the short vlog on the Pentatonic 251 superimposition that I just demonstrated. So in this video, what I want to do is plainly give you a hack. I know you guys don't like these, clickbait titles, but it is a hack for soloing on 251 in a jazz context and using all these pentatonic notes and these altered notes pretty much automatically. So let's just get to work. Again, the chord progression is 251. So it's a D minor 7. Or D minor 9 of swords, going to a G7, going to a C major. So that's what we're dealing with. Scale number 1, D minor 7, play the A minor pentatonic scale. This guy. Yes, that's your good old pentatonic box. Not the one, you don't add the blue note like the... You don't do the... We're not talking about that, we're just talking about the 5 notes, so... Alright, now we have a G7 coming next. That's our G7, it's going to be a flat 9 or flat 13 of sorts. You know what you do? You go here, half step up. So B flat minor. Just literally one fret up. And then on the C major, another fret up. B major. So A sharp or B flat, and D, and B. That's it. That's a trick. You want to try it? You can pause the video, put a backing track, convince yourself that it works. Now let me just demo it maybe a couple of times again and be very pedantic about my note choice. And then we'll dig into how it's working and what you can do to make this even better with some pattern, etc. So let's get going. A minor, B flat, B natural. Let's do it again. A minor up, B flat minor up, B minor down. Mix and match. Last time. Alright, so you see the vocabulary for it. I was still just digging notes from those A sharp, B, and that's it. So basically I'm thinking of one pentatonic and it magically works. Now, I made this video because several years ago, I made a 6-part series on the pentatonic. So it goes way deeper. I'm going to link it up here or here on YouTube and in the description. And the whole thing is I broke down the steps necessary to achieving that sort of sound with the pentatonic. And here's why I love this stuff. Number 1, a lot of people coming to guitar, to jazz, they come from rock and blues and stuff, and they know the pentatonic. So it's already there. It's awesome. Number 2, it's so easy on the guitar to play these scales fluently because it's always, mostly always, 2 notes on each string. And number 3, it gives you access to this sort of angular, Wayne Shorter-ish, Kurt Rosenwinkel type of lines. It's there for you to do. So it's a great start to superimposition. Note, personal note, I much prefer the pentatonic superimposition model rather than the triad pairs or upper structure triads. It just, pentatonics works well for me. So let's get going through the steps. So step 1, how to make this happen, as you can read this on the blog post, is really to get acquainted with the construction of the pentatonic. Penta means 5. So if you wanted to build a pentatonic scale from the C major scale, you would take the 7 notes and you would remove the half steps. So C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Take out F, take out B, so the 4th and 7th note, and then you're left with 5 notes. In the C major scale are the 5 notes, so, right? And then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and remove this one, and then these 2, take them out, and you're left with Marvin Gaye's song. Right, I Got Sunshine or whatever. So that's the pentatonic scale. You could call this C major, or you could call this A minor pentatonic. 2, develop the 5 pentatonic boxes. There's only 5, guys. Use whatever fingerings work. Each string has 2 notes only. So it could be this finger and that or whatever. Make it fluid. Watch some Eric Johnson videos. he's got it. Like, it's super clear what he does. Step 3 is start to think in terms of patterns. Because my students will say, all right, Mark, like, I got this down, but when I get to solo, I don't sound like you. I'm like, yeah, neither should you, for the record. Or say 3 patterns that I think you should do. That's all on notations on the blog post. Check out the tabs. Get the scale straight up and down. So no mystery to that, and you do it with all of your positions. So that's another one. Then you have one here and here and here and here. So you have 5. Do your up and down thing. Then the second kind of pattern you want to do is 4x4. That's easy, right? And then keep going like that. And then again, and then again. So slowly. Right? All of the patterns, all of the positions, you do that in. And then that might take you a couple of days or a week. And then down, same thing. And it's very, to me, this kind of stuff is very rewarding because it's like, it plays itself. It's so easy. Right? And the last one, that's more subtle here. So it's still the same 4 notes of the scale. So this note, this note, this note, this note. But go the first one, 3rd and 4th, and back to 2. 1, 3, 4, 2. And then you keep this geometric pattern over all of the position, and it sounds something like this. Right? And if you did it backwards, it sounds like this. Or even... And that's, again, a very rewarding pattern. And say, Mark, do I have to do it all over the place? Yes. Please do it all over the place. You're going to thank me later. Now we're heading to part 4 and 5, where we start to apply it. So in the blog post, in part 4, we start to look at a single chord and go, all right, now we have a C major chord sounding. What kind of pentatonic scale do we want to play on this? Of course, play the C major pentatonic. But here's the first step to substituting for the basic one. If you're on a major chord, just look up a 5th. You play C major, right? And then you're going to think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Think of a G. And now you say, I want to play the G major pentatonic. That's why you got to do your step 2 and 3 before to have this stuff available. None other than E minor pentatonic. E. Have a C major chord. And we just play. And then you're like, oh wow, it's like in my C major, I'm outlining the 9th and the 7th, and all of these things are, wow, cool. It just happens naturally. And do the same on minor chords. So you see an A minor and go up a 5th and use E minor pentatonic. So you see, I just gave you the shortcut actually. On a C chord, C major or an A minor, you can use an E minor pentatonic. And it sounds awesome, and it's so easy to apply because, of course, you've done your work in step 2, learning it all over the fretboard. In step 4, you got your step 3, you got your patterns. So in step 4, you get to apply it on a chord like, ooh, nice. And now step 6 is what we started the video with. It is looking at, say, a trick or a hack for progression. You pre-select 3 pentatonic scales to try and connect those. So you saw I'm going A minor, B flat. It's geometrically so easy to see on my fretboard, right? But then I'm making connecting lines. So I'll go like... something like that, and then next, A minor. So you sort of vary the change from one pentatonic to another. You sort of try and make the shift seamless. If you fall back onto your modal playing, fine. If you fall back on your arpeggios, fine. This is just a tool to get you going in that game, to look at each individual notes. On the D minor, you play an A minor pentatonic. Oh, look, that's a 5th up. And I'll say, well, during the G7 altered, I decided to do a B flat. So I'm here, then go. I'm just, why would I start with a B flat? So you can sit down and analyze note by note. Oh, this is the flat 9. Oh, this is the sharp 9. Oh, this is the 7th. You can do that analysis, which is exactly what is done on the blog post in the description below. So just to explain exactly what I'm doing with the scales. So this is a timeless approach for jazz. It is easy to learn, hard to master, but it can be a really good tool if you feel like, you're stuck with your improv chops, like, I try to diminish scale and doing these things, whatever, and I'm not finding inspiration. Well, this definitely was a source of inspiration for me. So that's it. So this is a summary of the steps you can take for mastering the pentatonic superimposition for jazz. Again, my name is Mark from jazzguitarlessons.net. So it's a pleasure to have you on the YouTube channel. Please make sure you like and subscribe this video, and I will see you next time. Take care.